For those of you who don't know what meal prepping is or how meal prepping works, unfortunately you are stuck a little far behind, and this is something you need to get into and start doing straight away. Prepping your meals is very important. When it comes to getting in better shape, whether you want to build muscle or drop fat, or anything in life you want to be successful at, you need to have a plan. I know this is basic and boring, but if you go into something and have no idea what you're doing, the chances of failing are a lot higher. Don't get me wrong, failing is not always a bad thing. If you fail, it means you learn from that and you find out why you failed and fix those mistakes so you don't do them again next time. However, if you plan ahead, look into something before you start, know exactly what it takes to be successful at what you are about to do, not only do you learn faster, but the chances of being successful are a lot higher. If you can't If you can stop mistakes from happening before they occur, obviously that is a really good outcome, and meal prepping definitely fits into this situation. When we are dieting to get in shape, we eat good, clean food 7 days a week. Whether it's building muscle or dropping body fat at the same time, the principle still applies. Then we have one cheat meal on top of that as reward for the hard work. So for a male, you should be eating anywhere from 6 to 8 meals per day, and for a female, you should be eating anywhere from 4 to 6 meals per day. The reason we eat so frequently is because eating frequently is one of the one and only ways to increase and speed your metabolism up, which also allows your body to drop fat much faster and absorb more of the nutrients from the good quality food that you are eating. So if you are eating less than 7 times per day, 7 days per week, that equals 49 meals. How the hell are you going to consume 49 meals in a week without buying takeaway all the time, or snacking, junk food, or basically taking the easy way out? There's a very simple answer, and that is to prepare meals in advance and make sure you always have them on hand wherever you go. The key to being successful in dieting is to make sure that you have all your food on hand and ready to eat whenever you need to eat it. If you don't have your meals with you, you are going to get very hungry, and I know when I personally get hungry, I get very moody, I get hangry, and all I want to do is eat something bad. If you go to work and you don't have any lunch, it is very likely that you're going to have to go purchase something to eat that's usually not good until you get home. It is also highly likely you're not going to be able to find something healthy, so you'll end up eating something bad. If you do this multiple times per week, every single week, you're not going to see any progress at all. You need to have your meals cooked, ready to go, and with you at all times. So don't give in to temptation, and you are about to be able to stay strict with your diet. So of my 7 meals per day, 1 is breakfast, which I make on a daily basis. 1 is my post-workout shake, which I also make on a daily basis, and 1 is dinner, which I also make most of the time on a daily basis. 1 is my before bed meal, which is a casein shake and either Greek yogurt or peanut butter, which also I make on a daily basis. So really at the end of the day, I would say the majority of you, us as well, will only need to prep for about 3 meals per day. Breakfast is easy. You make everything in the morning before work. Post-workout is a shake, so that is very simple as well. If you don't have time to make dinner, that can also be included in the part of the meal prep, and also before bed shake with either peanut butter or Greek yogurt, and it only takes 30 seconds to prepare, so that's very easy. So really it is either going to be the 3 or 4 meals depending on whether or not you decide to meal prep your dinner. That is going to be totally up to you on a daily basis. So what we do for a meal prep, we being me, or if you have someone cooking for you, is we cook every Sunday or every Wednesday. Sunday, I cook my meals for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and on Wednesday, I cook my meals for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I find cooking twice per week as opposed to once per week is a lot more effective and also a lot more enjoyable, as you never need to freeze your food and the food never goes off or bad. On Sunday, you are cooking for 3 days in advance, and on Wednesday, you are cooking for 4 days in advance. You can cook once per week and freeze the meals if you're really finding it hard to do it at that time, but I really recommend doing it twice per week as a part of your weekly routine. Yes, it is a massive pain in the ass, and it is a little time consuming, but if it were easy, everyone would look good. I like to cook on Sunday and Wednesday because it best suits my life. However, you could do Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday, Wednesday, Saturday, whatever works for you. It doesn't matter, whatever fits into your life and is going to be the most realistic situation where you are most likely to do it consistently without missing. It is going to be the best scenario for you, so there's no right or wrong way. Just for the sake of being able to explain this to you easier, I'm going to use me as an example and explain how to meal prep for one person because the math is a lot easier to understand. 2 is very easy as well. I just want to make sure you understand this properly. On Sunday, we meal prep 9 meals for me. I will be having 3 meals a day over the next 3 days. So in my diet, I have 200 grams of uncooked lean meat in all 3 meals. Lean meat being chicken, turkey, tuna, whitefish, or lean mince. I like to mix it up. In the bodybuilding world, whether you give someone a diet or whether you are following a diet, it is basically a universal rule that stays pretty consistent, is that all food is weighed uncooked. The reason we weigh everything uncooked is because the nutrition data on the label is for all foods usually the raw weight, and that is the best and most accurate way to use because cooked weight varies depending on how you look and how long you cook the food for. The longer you cook something, the more water it loses, so everything is always weighed uncooked as it gives it a more accurate reading. So if I'm having a 200 grams of uncooked chicken, let's say 3 meals, that equals 600 grams of uncooked chicken per day. If I'm cooking 3 days in advance, 600 grams of chicken times 3 days is 1.8 kilograms of uncooked chicken. When you go through to the chicken shop or wherever it is you get your chicken from and you order 1.8 kilograms of raw chicken, and you take that home ready to cook up, it is going to last you 3 days. If it were just 4 days, you would buy 2.4 kilograms of chicken and you just add another 600 grams. Does that make sense? So when it comes time to cook, you cook all the 1.8 kilograms at a time, cut it up into little pieces, put some nice spices over it, make it all pretty, do whatever you need to make it taste a little better to suit you. Once it's all cooked, you divide the amount of chicken by 9 because we are cooking for 9 meals and put it all in separate containers. I don't know what cooked weights are. It doesn't matter. I never do anything cooked. It is always raw weight. If you divide the end amount of cooked chicken equally by 9, you're obviously going to have pretty close to 200 grams of chicken in each container. You do the same thing with, let's say, sweet potato. If you are having 300 grams of uncooked sweet potato over 6 meals, you will purchase 1.8 kilograms of sweet potato, cook it up, and divide it by 6. You do the same thing with white rice. If you are having 100 grams of white rice over 3 meals, you will get 300 grams of uncooked white rice, cook it up, and divide the end quality up by 3 into 3 separate containers. I personally don't really weigh my greens. I just go off theory, and the more the merrier. To be honest, I don't really enjoy eating greens. They are delicious. They aren't delicious, but the vitamins and minerals you get from the vegetables actually play a part in the recovery of the muscle in your day and also in your energy level and your overall health as well. So I do try to eat as much of them as I can, incorporating them in my meals. You cook your chicken, you cook your sweet potato, you cook your white rice, you put it all in divided amounts into separate containers, and you have 3 meals a day for the next 3 days, ready to be eaten wherever you are, whenever you are, doesn't matter. This is a very effective method and is more important than you can imagine when it comes to seeing results in the gym. If you have your food with you at all times and you still cheat on your diet, that is just not acceptable. And that is pure laziness or pure lack of willpower. There's no excuse for that. Cook your meals, be organized, and plan ahead. We don't spend hours in the gym, money on food, money on supplements to get average results. Put in the work, get the food into you, and do things properly. It's just part of the process. Meal prepping is very easy. It just takes a little time, but I promise if you stick with it and suck it up and do it for 3 or 4 weeks and get all your workouts done, you will get instantly hooked on the results and will become a part of your day-to-day life. You just need to make it a part of your life and your routine and try your best to use it. I just quickly want to go over the 2 things because I think they are relevant, and I want to reinforce this to you because I believe it'll make a huge difference. In my meal prep, you've heard me say it 6 meals of chicken and sweet potato over 3 days, and 3 meals of chicken and white rice over 3 days. You may be thinking, why wouldn't he just do all the sweet potato meals and not worry about cooking the white rice, as it's just creating more work for yourself while meal prepping. Sweet potato is low GI carbohydrate, and we eat sweet potatoes throughout the day or for our pre-workout meal. Low GI carbs give the sustained release energy with very little to no insulin spike, and is a perfect meal to have before the workout. We have our white rice meal, which is a high GI carbohydrate post-workout because it spikes the insulin and shuttles nutrients into the muscles. This is going to help repair, rebuild, and grow them a lot faster. So even though it is a little more work having to cook another type of carb, I am a big believer in the nutrient timing and the effect it has on your body. I also like to get it right. I want to be literally doing everything I can to get the best results possible. The other thing I wanted to mention, and I actually find is a little bit funny. My clients say to me all the time, AJ, I'm going away for the weekend. I will still be able to find a gym, but I won't be able to keep up on my diet. That is incorrect. You can always meal prep your meals the day before you go away and then take them with you. There's always a solution. Meal prepping is a very effective way to stay honest on your diet. But at the end of the day, you are the one getting in shape. You are the one being a good role model. You are the one that has better dedication. And the only time someone will ever put you down is if they're jealous of you. You should never feel the need to put someone down. Always bring them up, make their day better, because karma is real and it does exist. Who cares what people think? If you're passionate about something and it means a lot to you, just do whatever you need to do and be proud of it. Don't change for anybody. Don't live to impress other people as long as you have your family, a few close friends, and your health, and do whatever it takes to make you happy. I don't really think meal prepping will make you happy all the time. I'm sure it will annoy you, but I promise you, do it for 16 weeks, nail your training, nail your cardio, and you will be doing it for the rest of your life.